I'm Alana Smith. Cuddles was not only a cat, but she was my best friend. She had many litters of kittens, and she was one of the best mothers that I have ever seen. Her personality was much different than any other cat that I have ever experienced. She had the normal 7 lives like a cat, but she didn't need them because of how smart she was. Now, Cuddles was the first cat I ever had. We named her Cuddles because she liked to sit with people and cuddle all the time. She would never stop purring, and she was gray and small. Besides, when she was pregnant, she had brown eyes. Now, her personality was one of the most precious personalities I've ever experienced. She was the best listener. I remember numerous times talking to her for hours out in the garage, and she would answer by her all-famous purr. She was one of the best teachers once again, and she had many litters of kittens, and she taught them to always stay away from the dog. Other cats that didn't have Cuddles as a mother, well, they learned pretty quickly. Now, most cats are stationary, but Cuddles was totally different. She was an avid hunter. We fed our cats daily, but Cuddles sometimes liked to take things into her own hands. I would remember walking into the garage numerous times and seeing birds, mice, and gophers laying on the floor, ready to be the feast for her family. Now, she would walk into the yard many times with scratches and blood all over her body, and I knew that she had won the scuffles, though. She taught her kittens to be very adventurous, and she would take them hunting with her, hoping to teach them how to hunt for themselves one day. I remember many occasions when me and my father would have to go and get kittens unstuck from places that they had crawled, like a dryer or a washer. Now, we think that Cuddles enjoyed being pregnant. In the 8 years that she was with us, we know that she was pregnant 15 times. And on an average, there's 6 kittens per litter, so if you do the math, that's approximately 50 kittens. I got the chance to see her having kittens once, and that was really cool. The kittens looked quite different most of the time, so that led us to think that most of them had different dads. She must have been very well liked by male cats, and most people wouldn't think that she could be a good mom with 48 kittens, but she was. Some kittens we still have today of hers, and they are smart and friendly, just like she was. Cuddles' life ended much sooner than it should have. One day in November, Cuddles crossed a busy highway, and my dad found her on the side, deceased. This was a very tragic day in my life. After being with her for 8 years, she was gone. We performed a formal funeral and laid her to rest, like any other person or animal would have. Her kittens were in attendance, and she was buried in her all-famous bed. Cuddles was one of the best pets and friend a person could ever ask for. She didn't talk back, lie, or do things behind your back. She was always there if you needed a comforting paw. Cuddles' legendary nature of being a teacher will live on in her kittens, and she will also live on forever in my heart. You could never have asked for a better pet.